At 11:43 p.m., the city of Ouagadougou lay silent, its people asleep, unaware of the storm brewing within the presidential residence. President Ibrahim Traoré sat at his desk, eyes weary but mind sharp, signing a proposal for a new school in the northern provinces. Suddenly, his secure phone rang. He answered immediately. "Yes, this is the president." A trembling, determined voice broke the silence. "Please, Mr. President, I know this line is dangerous, but I had no choice." "Who are you?" Traoré asked, leaning forward. "I can't say my name, but I beg you, listen. Over 200 children are trapped in an illegal gold mine, deep in the eastern region near Campienga. They're starving, working with bare hands, treated like animals, some as young as 5. Traoré's expression hardened. "Where exactly?" "Follow the old logging road past the abandoned timber factory. There's a hidden path into the forest. No one goes there anymore. Please, you're the only one who can stop this." The line went dead. Traoré stood, pressing a button on his desk. "Call General Abba. Call Commander Idris. We move tonight," he ordered, his voice thick with anger, not just as a leader, but as a father. Within 20 minutes, a convoy of black jeeps, armed security trucks, and 2 ambulances was ready. Traoré, dressed in military fatigues, explained the mission to General Abba and Commander Idris. "An anonymous caller says 200 children are enslaved in a hidden gold mine. We must find them." "If this is true," Idris said, frowning, "someone's profiting off their suffering." "Yes," Traoré replied, "and tonight that ends." The convoy moved swiftly through quiet roads, lights off, guided by moonlight. The air grew thick with trees as they passed remote villages, mud huts dark with sleep. By 2:10 a.m., they reached the abandoned timber factory, its roofs crumbling. A hidden path snaked into the dense bush. "This must be it," Traoré said, stepping out of his jeep. His men followed, torchlights cutting through the night. After an hour of trekking, faint metallic clinks echoed, scraping, digging. Traoré signaled, "Stay low." Crawling forward, they saw it. A sprawling illegal gold mine in a natural hollow, lit by scattered floodlights. Armed guards patrolled lazily, but what struck Traoré were the children, some waist-deep in muddy pits, digging with rusted tools, others hauling heavy bags, shoeless in torn clothes, stomachs bloated from hunger. A boy collapsed, spilling a bucket of water. A guard kicked him, shouting. Traoré's chest tightened, his fist clenched. "Commander," he whispered, "move in, no noise, no mercy." At 3:42 a.m., Commander Idris signaled, "Go." Smoke grenades exploded, guards scattered, only to be surrounded, shots fired into the air. Within 3 minutes, the site was secured, guards arrested. The children, terrified, dropped their tools, huddling together. "Don't hurt us," a small girl cried. Traoré stepped into the clearing, his voice gentle but firm. "My name is Ibrahim Traoré, your president. I've come to take you home." The children froze. "Are you really the president?" a boy asked. Traoré nodded. "Yes, and you are free now." A 7-year-old collapsed, sobbing. "They said we'd die here, that no one cared." Traoré knelt beside him. "They lied. I care. You will live. You will be great." Some children fainted from exhaustion. Traoré called for medics. "Feed them slowly. Get the weak into ambulances." Hot food, water, and blankets were distributed. Doctors treated infections, whip marks, and bleeding wounds. A girl clung to Traoré's hand, whispering, "Please don't leave us." "I won't," he promised. "I swear." At dawn, the mine, once a pit of greed, glowed with hope. Traoré addressed his men. "These children are our nation's soul. Greed did this. We won't rest until every culprit is found." By 7 a.m., the children were loaded into the convoy, the mine sealed, evidence collected. As they drove away, some children slept peacefully for the first time, others stared at Traoré as if he were a miracle. A week later, the rescued children were safe in a guarded shelter in Ouagadougou, receiving medical care, counseling, and clean clothes. Smiles returned, but danger lingered. The criminals behind the mine, wealthy, connected men, were furious. Their operation was destroyed, their guards arrested. They plotted revenge, not with violence, but with lies. 2 days later, men disguised as reporters from a fake humanitarian group arrived at the shelter in white vans, bearing sweets, toys, and cameras. A bribed guard whispered, "You have 30 minutes." Inside, the men spoke softly to the children. "You're still in danger," they lied. "The man who rescued you isn't the president. He's a gold mine boss, moving you to another pit." Confused, a girl protested, "But he said he's President Traoré." The fake reporter shook his head. "He lied. A real president wouldn't come to the bush. Speak on camera. Say he's using you. The world will save you, maybe take you to Europe." Scared and manipulated, the children complied, sobbing on camera. "The man who rescued us is using us. He's not our president. Please help." The video, uploaded to fake news sites, went watched, fists clenched, pain and confusion etched on his face. "Who let cameras in?" he demanded. His advisor admitted, "Some guards were likely bribed. This is worse than a bullet," Traoré said, voice shaking. "They've brainwashed my children." He called an emergency meeting. "They want to destroy our hope, but we won't let them win." Orders were issued. Investigate the fake journalists. Find the bribed guards. Secure the children. Trace the video source. The city divided. Some protested. Others supported Traoré. International media demanded answers. Determined, Traoré visited the shelter secretly, with only a trusted nurse. The children froze upon seeing him. "You came back," a girl whispered. Traoré knelt. "Yes, because I heard you're in pain. I'm not angry. Tell me the truth." A boy confessed. "They said you're not the president, that you're using us." Another added, "They gave us sweets, promised freedom." Traoré closed his eyes, then spoke softly. "I am your president. I came that night because I love you. You're not tools or slaves. You're my responsibility." Tears fell, this time from guilt. An older boy apologized. "We didn't know." Traoré forgave them, planning a truth campaign. Real journalists were invited, security tightened. 3 days later, Traoré organized a raw, unedited press conference at the shelter. 10-year-old Jonathan spoke first. "The night the soldiers came, I thought they'd beat us. But this man," he pointed at Traoré, "said we're free. He fed us, treated our wounds. The men with cameras lied." Child after child recounted the mine's horrors, the fake reporter's deception, and Traoré's rescue. The president spoke last. "I don't need gold. My wealth is our nation's future, these children." He vowed justice. The live broadcast reached millions. Applause erupted. Human rights groups endorsed Traoré, and international leaders called with support. Lies crumbled. Traoré launched Operation Gold Truth, targeting illegal mining. Agents uncovered documents, arrested a fleeing contractor who confessed to following orders. Traoré seized assets, froze accounts, and toured schools, teaching children to beware of false promises. At one school, a student asked, "Why didn't they believe you?" Traoré smiled. "The truth is slow but stronger." The children received uniforms and scholarships. A new school, Maison de Lumière, was built for them. But Traoré knew evil persisted. A national broadcast was planned to name the syndicate's leaders when a chilling letter arrived. "Speak again, and the next child to disappear is on you." Traoré's advisors urged caution, but he refused. "If I stay silent, they win." Unknown to the criminals, Roland, a guilt-ridden accomplice, turned informant. He revealed the matter, Roland said. That evening, soldiers raided Douamba's estate, catching him burning documents. He laughed. "The little president sent you?" They handcuffed him silently. The next morning, Douamba faced court. Evidence, documents, bank records, Roland's confession sealed his fate. Guilty of trafficking, illegal mining, and more, he received life imprisonment. The nation cheered. Crowds danced. Social media hailed Traoré. That evening, he addressed the country. We've seen evil, felt fear, but justice has spoken. These children are our heart. I'll protect them always. At Maison de Lumiere's opening, Traoré held a boy's hand, the one who'd fainted in the mine. You said I'd live, the boy recalled. Traoré smiled. Now you'll learn, grow, and lead. The battle wasn't over. Evil always lurks, but with the fire in Traoré's heart burning brighter, hope shone stronger than ever.